Hello again. So tonight it is full moon, or I don't know, is it? It's pretty full, almost full. Either way, well, it's always all there. But, we just don't see it. So the lesson is you're only thinking through your perspective. You can be easily fooled. Yeah, I know the mail's always full. It's all there. It's shadow. Anyways, tonight, because of the power of the moon, I wanted to read to you another ghost story from Spooky Pennsylvania, retold by S.C. Schlosser, and yeah, tales of haunting, strange happenings, and other local lore. So this one is number 25 in the book, 25th story. It is called Corpse Candle. Like a corpse candle. And it takes place in Pottsville, PA. Pottsville, God, I have no idea what that is, but well, it's near there at least. Here we go. It was summer, and the boys often played baseball in the empty section of the graveyard that had not yet been used. They divided themselves up into teams called the Spectres and the Ghouls, in laughing reference to their oddly placed baseball field. The competition between the two Sandlot teams was fierce. The Ghouls had won the last two games in their impromptu baseball season, and the Spectres were eager to win back their lead. A big game was arranged for the following Saturday. The afternoon of the game arrived, and the two teams assembled and began battling it out for first place. The Spectres took an early lead, but the Ghouls tied it up in the bottom of the seventh inning, and it was still tied in the ninth. Dusk was falling, but the boys ignored it, determined to play to the bitter end. The extra inning was tense. The Ghouls were the home team that day, and so they had the edge. Then scrawny Eric Madison of the Spectres hit a 3-run homer, putting his team in the lead. The Ghouls were nervous when they came up to bat, and sure enough, it was 1-3. It was 1-2-3, and they were out. Sorry if I'm kind of stuttering over this. I don't play baseball really. Kind of would like to at least be out in the yard and have someone throw a ball at me and swing, but um, just I am very lonely. I live out in kind of nowhere. I have no friends. Or the rest of my family is busy all day, and yeah, so probably should have gone into baseball when I was younger, but so it was 1-2-3, and they were out. The Spectres shouted and jumped around madly in their glee. Suddenly, Eric stopped jumping and pointed through the gathering darkness toward the oldest section of the graveyard. "What's that?" he called. The other boys stopped their antics and turned to look. A blue light had appeared in the middle of the old gravestones. It was hovering several feet above the ground, but the boys could see no one holding it. From the place they were standing, the light appeared like the flame of a candle. The boys stood motionless, gazing at the blue light. They all felt a strange, nameless dread of the mysterious sight. One by one, they shivered and clutched their arms, or put their hands into their pockets to warm them. "What is it?" Eric asked again. As the light slowly drifted deeper into the graveyard, the other boys shook their heads, wordless. Then the newest team member, a curly-haired, dark-eyed boy whose family had just moved to the United States from Wales, said slowly, "It is a corpse candle." Eric swallowed nervously. "What's a corpse candle?" Corpse candles are phosphorescent lights seen floating through the air at night. They are believed to be harbingers of death. Mom said they come to warn of death of those who see them or of someone close to them, said the Welsh lad. Blue lights are usually the candles of children doomed to die, and white lights are for adults. Mom saw a white corpse candle hovering above our parents' house the night before my grandpappy died. Sorry guys that I don't have a Irish accent, or oh no, I'm not really good with accents. I should better, but just need to practice and practice. "That's silly," one of the other boys said quickly, and laughed a little. No one joined him. Well, the coast from Wales. Yeah, I know those parts of Europe that aren't all so business minded, like London or no, Eastern Europe. I think Romania and Belarus, they're places that are, the bastions of magic, and I think witchcraft is the most popular economic activity in Romania. So back to the story. Corpse candle. "Sometimes," said the Welsh boy softly, "if you watch closely, you can see the funeral procession." The boys moved closer together, their eyes fixed on the blue glow. As the light grew brighter in the gathering darkness, they began to hear the murmur of voices, the drone of a minister's voice giving a eulogy, and soft, heart-rending weeping. For a moment, the boys saw shadowy figures following the blue light as it wound its way deep into the graveyard and hovered over an empty place among the tombstones. The ghostly figures of the mourners were missing and indistinct, though there was no mistaking the air of sorrow and grief that surrounded them. The boys could make out a mother figure being supported by a tall man, and several children clustered behind them. The sight of the ghostly funeral procession was too much for the specters and the ghouls. With cries of terror, the boys ran from the graveyard, scattering for home once they were safely out of the graveyard. 3 days later, the Welsh boy's infant sister died in her sleep. When they heard the news, the members of the ghouls and the specters were saddened, but not surprised. One by one, they stopped by their friend's house to offer him support and sympathy. Their words awkward but sincere. A week to the day after the boys had seen the corpse candle, the Welsh family buried their infant daughter in the spot where the blue corpse candle had appeared. Corpse candle. Never heard that one, but then again, I haven't spent too much time hanging out in graveyards with a bunch of other boys, some of them immigrants, and so here's a picture. Let's see. And yeah, that's the story. So, I guess that is it for now. Keep an open mind. Keep listening to binaural beats. I think they're the greatest. They're a good meditation technique. Binaural beats, isochronic tones, love those things. Especially they're really nice with like to regrow your foreskin, because I know that's a terrible like sound. It's so barbaric practice. Why? It's money. The only reason circumcision is still done is money, and the decision should be up to the person whose body is being altered, of course. Yeah, I mean, I really felt something when I was listening to that binaural beat. Um, and, ta-ta for now.